Hi guys, today we'll be doing a digital painting tutorial on Procreate. It's an easy floral bouquet. Welcome to my channel, Creatively Me, with Bree, and yes, I'm Bree. So first I have a sketch, just to make sure my composition is what I would like. I also have my sketch on a locked layer, just to make sure I don't accidentally mess it up. Underneath that sketch, I have a layer that is filled with the color gray, and above that gray layer I have a new layer that is blank and empty. I am only using two brushes. The one in particular we're looking at right now is the Blackburn brush under drawing, and I have modified it so that it has a taper. If you pause the video, you'll be able to see what those settings were. Once I have the outline of the floral element, in this case a rose, drawn, I fill it. And I decide to move to the next floral element, which are these little tiny flowers. Maybe they're daisies. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm also using the gouache brush, and these are my settings for the pressure taper, and this is for the grain. And the only adjustment I make is to the depth, around 40%. I grab the color. So in terms of the palette, while you guys watch me repeat this essentially, and nothing terribly exciting is going to happen here. So for the palette, you have a couple options. One, you could wing it. I'm a big fan of that. Two, you could use a pre-existing palette that you have already in your collection, or you can select a photo that you enjoy the colors from and make a new palette from that photo alone. Something else I want to note is that after the first couple elements, I will likely be speaking a little bit less, and that's just because this project is extremely repetitive and I don't feel like you guys need to hear my voice the entire time. I'm also trying to save my voice, if I'm being honest. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. One of the things that I end up doing is I wanted the layer to be a little bit more solid. I felt like it was a little bit too transparent, too opaque, so I end up duplicating this layer in a moment, which you will see. So obviously I tried to replicate what I made previously. It is by no means an exact replica, but I did want to get the essence. So hopefully that's coming through in this recreation of my original piece. I do hide the gray layer often, as well as the sketch once in a while, so that I can double check that my colors are coming through the way that I want and that they're resting on the black background, because that is their actual background. And so, don't forget to do that once in a while to ensure that the colors are actually turning out at the vibrancy and saturation that you want. What I enjoyed most about this project was the fact that it could be so loose, and I really am just like scribbling here. And the petals, I was just making some really nice shapes and just having fun with it, allowing myself to get into, flow, and not really being too perfect with all of the things that I was doing, and just allowing myself to enjoy the process. Once I'm done with this element, I duplicate it and I make sure I have my sketch on so I can see where I would like to place them. You could draw them independently. Personally, for time's sake, in this moment, I decided just to duplicate and rotate them so that they, look just marginally different, but not too much. Absolutely a personal preference. On smaller detailed pieces like this, especially when you want to do shading, don't forget to put on the alpha lock so that way you can add highlights and lowlights and anything else in between that you want. Lowlights like its hair, highlights and shadow, there we go. So that way you don't have to worry about erasing or repainting certain areas. I wasn't a fan of the yellow at the center, so I went into the selection and I picked the auto select, and I ended up making these just a bit more saturated and a bit darker, so more of a mustardy yellow. All right, guys, we're about to be done. You're just seeing me adjust some of the colors so that I feel like it's more, I don't know, like it just blends better with the other vibrancy and saturation of the other colors in that piece. And yeah, let's zoom in so you can really, see all those little details. Thank you so much for staying with me through this, for hanging out, for supporting my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, engage, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.